Friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're having a good time in this festive season. And it finds us deep within a series. We have been talking, in fact, I thought we'd close this series, but it won't let me go. We've been talking about injecting meaning into our lives, and we've looked at 7 ways in which you can inject meaning in your life. And yesterday we saw one bonus point that we can be able to use to inject meaning into our lives, and I'm going to just run them by you in a way of a recap even as we get started. But today we're also going to look at another bonus point on how we can be able to inject meaning into our lives. All these things have already been inferred in the previous episodes, and I believe that in so going back and just looking at them, we are firming up what we already know. We are creatures of meaning. We human beings are special, are different from all the other creatures of this world because we are creatures of meaning. So let us go deeper into this today. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
So even as we do a recap today, let us look at some of the ways in which we've been discussing about injecting meaning into our lives. Life gives us many extremes, by the way. Between these extremes, one can only find meaning in life. The anchor of life, let me just say that, the anchor of life is meaning. In fact, the anchor of life for the human, it is meaning. And even as we oscillate from one extreme to another, we are anchored by our meaning. In fact, sometimes we are propelled by our meaning. We are looking for the meaning and so on. And at some point, the stinking rich will be committing suicide because they have failed to see meaning in life from the things that they have been doing so far. They have amassed and they have amassed and they have amassed, and there's just no meaning. At some other point in time, the poor of the poor will find meaning in life by simply sharing what they have with others. Perspectives shift from one person to the next, and the life of meaning is the only way we can make sense of this life, whether we are stinking rich, we're in the middle class, or we are the poor of the poor. So to inject meaning in our lives, we've been looking at several ways. Number 1, rebirth. Number 2, responsibility. Number 3, renewal. Number 4, restoration. Number 5, review. Number 6, results. Number 7, rewards. And yesterday, a bonus point 1, reverence and gratitude. In today's episode, we're going to look at the second bonus, and I do hope it is the end of this series, but I'm open to more inspiration even as we continue. The bonus number 2 is reveling in what we have. It is the gift of presence. Let me not go ahead of myself, and I hinted about this yesterday, that if we think we will find meaning away from where we are, away from what we have, we might be in for a mighty shock. We do this a lot, by the way. We think we'll find meaning in the next thing that comes into our lives. We think we'll find meaning in what's going to come back in terms of maybe the next car I buy, or the next sofa set I buy, or the next house I buy, or the next job I get, or whatever it is that is going to be the next title. We think that meaning is found in the next thing that comes into our lives. and we negate what's already existing. We need to drink the best of life that we have today. Let me just stop there for a minute. You might be in a situation and you feel like the only thing that is going to save you from that situation is the next thing that comes into your life. And probably you don't have pain. Probably you're not even sick. But what do you have right now? Maybe you have a family. Maybe you've paid your house rent. Or maybe you have an understanding landlord or landlady. We need to drink the best of what we have in life today. The art of appreciating what life has offered us today, right now, is one of the best and biggest lessons that we can be able to learn. When we look at life from the angle of what we do not have, what needs to come, we fall into the trap of thinking that there is actually no meaning in this life. But we need to learn to be present. We need to practice presence. The now, today, right now, is one of the most neglected moments of life, because we are looking for what can come into our lives in the next moment. But stop the traffic for a minute. Yeah, I know you don't have the job. I know you don't have the house. I know you don't have the money. I know you don't have the car. Maybe you don't have airtime. You don't have kids. Probably you don't have whatever it is that you don't have. I know you don't have many things. Same here. The question is, in this now moment, in this present moment, what do I have that is going on right that I'm ignoring? You have a wife in the house. How present are you? And how are you treating her? How present are you with your husband? How present are you with your children? How present are you with parents? How present are you with the job that you have, even if probably it doesn't have meaning, but how present? Do you realize that sometimes just injecting presence, presence means a lot of things. It means care. It means intentional. It means you're injecting worthiness and value in the moment. So when we look at life, when we look at life from the angle of what is available, that what is available is important, that what is available is valuable, we can put up with attitude of seeking to find meaning in what is already there, and we can grow from there, now, right here. And as such, you'll find it valuable just to put away your phone. Oh Lord, I'm talking to myself. And be present in the moment during a conversation. What is it that I am taking for granted? This week there is a very stark realization of the same. What it is that I am taking for granted. That simple act of being present and appreciative of what I have, whether tangible or intangible, is the simple act of injecting appreciation in life that brings meaning into it. We live in a world that has elevated consumerism so much that we walk around thinking that we don't have this and we don't have that, and we walk around thinking that we are not like this and we are not like that, and in the process there is no meaning in life. We lose meaning in life. In fact, it's possible to have a scarcity mentality in the midst of abundance. In the midst of what we have, it is easy to have a scarcity mentality. This is brought about by consumerism mentality. Why? It is because meaning has been robbed from what is Meaning has been robbed from what is and has been given to what is not. What is now. What is not, you don't know. The problem is that it's a vicious cycle. Scarcity is a mentality that will never be satisfied, even in the middle of abundance. You could be living in a treasure trove, but with the attitude of scarcity, you see no meaning. You see nothing matters, no value in life. You fail to realize that this lady called Kim George, she said something so powerful about scarcity mentality, that sometimes we go around looking for treasure, not realizing that we are the treasure. So slow down and identify some meaning in life. That's what we need to do to stop all the traffic. Stop the running helter-skelter. Stop being all over the place and just be present. It's a very simple pointers you can be able to use to revel in every little detail of life, enjoying life. Joyce Meyer has a program called Enjoying Everyday Life. It's like a traveler through a desert that finds water for his parched lips, and just learn to appreciate that which is already there. Learn to experience it. Do not be in a rush. You don't drink up where there is scarcity. You don't drink up as if there is scarcity. Drink up moments as if they are treasures of life. Appreciate them because they really are. Life is a summed up of moments. In so doing, you will see how your relationships with your children, your spouse, your workmates, your work itself, you'll see how life gets injected with meaning just from the tweak of appreciation. You will see how changed your approach to work will be. You'll see how meaning by savoring of various available things comes into your life just about now. You know, the famous saying, there are two types of people in this world. Those ones who enter the room and say, here I am. And then those ones who enter the room and say, there you are. When you have the attitude that you are the treasure, you use your life as a catalyst, bringing meaning into life wherever you go. And again, there are two types of people in the world. Those who bring happiness wherever they go, and then those who bring happiness whenever they go. To bring meaning into this world wherever we go is to have high sense of self-awareness that this world needs us, not just us needing the world. As such, we are appearing in this world not only grateful for what we have there, but also slowly taking everything in and drinking this life up with our gift of presence. And as we do that, meaning is injected in our lives. So that's what I wanted to share with you in the episode today, even as we've been talking about meaning. And that's the close of everything there is to share about a life of meaning, ladies and gentlemen. And in the next episodes, we're going to be talking about a new subject matter. But until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.